This is Curtis Darby, Common Sense. I was thinking about Iraq, and I was thinking about Afghanistan, which also sends me back to think about Vietnam and other conflicts that we've been involved in, and the one that we look like we're trying to create now, the one with Tarnak. I, I, what's wrong with everybody? Listen, the strange part about it is that, first of all, we need to think about how do we engage a sovereign country? How do we come to the place of conflict where we send our citizens, people's children, to go somewhere and get killed in the dirt? Now listen, this goes back to education again. You know, most of the leaders in most countries have the best education, probably some of the highest IQs. You know, we grew up in school, they told us in elementary school, they told us that fighting don't solve anything, and you should always try to work it out verbally. And as soon as our governments disagree, first thing they do is they put us in a line like little soldiers and they send us out to fight some conflict that they had about something that has nothing to do with us. And you know what? The bad part is that we do it. I'm ex-military. We do it. We go out there and we put our lives on the line. But you know what I start noticing? It's kind of like genocide when I'm looking at the way the selective process of who's getting killed. Most of them are middle class and lower class people. Think about this. When was the last senator's son got killed in action? When was the last congressman's son got killed in action? When was the last professional football player killed in action? The last hockey player? The last golf player? I mean, the number one, the last tennis player. When were these people? When was Gates' children in the military getting shot at? When was even Obama? His kids ain't going to be in Army getting active. So the funny part about it is that it's kind of like they're getting rid of us. We're the ones on the front line. I went back to this. I thought about this because I was thinking about the guy who supposedly shot and killed the Afghanistans, murdered him. Let's say murdered. If they had no guns, he murdered him. But the thing is, can you imagine? They put our troops in Iraq, and we tied their arms. We had people who were not dressed in uniforms attacking it. We had people who were putting bombs on the highways, exploding them. And we couldn't fire back unless somebody shot us. Does that really make sense? Then they put us in Afghanistan for poor people who actually don't read and don't even know what the whole political aspect is. And we're talking about the Taliban. Who the hell care about the Taliban? And we got our sons and daughters over there getting killed in the dirt for these knuckleheads. You know what? We need to start thinking about what is the process of going to war with somebody and who has the last decision. If this is a government, a democracy, and we, the people, then we make the decision. And I don't think a lot of people, maybe some Republicans, because they're kind of crazy. They want to fight everybody. That's the impression I get. I might be wrong, but I'm saying, but who the hell wants to go and put their lives on the line? No, I'll tell you this. A lot of crazy people might want to go put their lives on the line. Let's change the picture. Who wants to put their children's lives on the line to go fight in some foreign land where, especially for oil or some positioning or some crap like that? Can you imagine that? The greatest gift that has ever been given to us, life, that we're prepared to give our lives or to sacrifice people's life over a conversation, over some oil, over some dirt, which we don't own, which we will become consumed with it eventually. When at the end, this really pisses me off. That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying I want us to start thinking about this. I'm talking about using our common sense. I think we need to start using it. It's the same thing that happened, on Wall Street. We need to stand up as a people and say, as a nation, and say, enough is enough is enough. And if you really mean it, And the police has no right to beat us up. There's a lot more of us than it is police. And if everybody would get off their butts and we make a collective statement, and I'm not talking about overthrowing the government, I'm just talking about getting our voice heard. Because our senators and our congressmen are filling their damn pockets with money and they're not doing their jobs. And they constantly keep us fighting at each other so we don't focus on what they're doing. So I got emotional about this. I'm sorry, but I thought this was something that I would like to bring to light. And hopefully somebody finds it interesting. Curtis Darby, Common Sense. Have a nice day.